Welcome to the Carson City series. Ryan and I are doing a deep dive into a couple neighborhoods in Carson City.
Yeah.
I'm not born and raised here.
I am.
You are.
I am. Yeah.
So we've got some insider information. We're covering Silver Oak, one of our favorite
neighborhoods in all of Carson.
In all of
you
Carson.
got golf courses. You've got a college right up the road. You've got sports bars down the road.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're talking about Ryan driving a car when he was 8 years old.
Yeah.
In this video.
Shout out, Pops.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. What a gorgeous day.
Gorgeous day.
Gorgeous day. What is happening, everybody? I'm Joe Hanich.
I'm Ryan Chicvara.
We're doing all things living in Reno.
What it's like to eat, sleep, play.
Live, play, I guess Carson City too, because that's where we're at.
We're doing Northern Nevada. The name of the channel is Living in Reno, Nevada, but we do everything Northern Nevada, right?
All of it. Today, it's a gorgeous day. We're in Carson City. But if this is your first time to the channel,
gotta like, gotta subscribe, ding the bell.
Hit the bell, hit the subscription button. We're putting out content weekly, it seems.
Yeah.
Helping people move to the area, relocate to the area. As much as we love putting out this content, we are licensed real estate agents in the state of Nevada.
This is true.
So if you're moving to the area, call us, text us, email us.
Yeah, it's us on the other end. We're the ones that are getting back to you.
We're the guys. We're the guys. We are in Carson City. Ryan's born and raised. You'll hear it throughout other videos, but we're kind of doing a series of Carson City, jumping into a couple different neighborhoods.
Yep.
This one we've talked about before on our Carson City vlog tour. If you haven't checked out that video, it's a good one, bunch of information.
And it's a long one, right? That's why we like to kind of break these different videos up. If you've been paying attention to our stuff, the different neighborhood videos, we're kind of jumping into a neighborhood, giving you a shorter video. The other one, about 50 minutes, right?
It's a long one.
Lots to digest.
It's a long, that's one where you grab popcorn, a date, right? Like, we're entertaining. It's that good to watch it. But where are we at?
Silver Oak today.
Silver Oak.
We're actually just south of Silver Oak, as if you're from Carson.
Yep.
We're in Carriage Square. We were at John Mankins Park, which is a super cool park. Got a 3-story jungle gym. It's got basketball courts, all that sort of stuff.
Skate park.
They're doing a little construction there, right?
Yeah, it's noisy. It was noisy.
We didn't want the old beep in the background for the whole video, so came a little bit south. Carriage Square Park, also a super cool park down here.
Yes.
But let's jump into it.
Silver Oak. Why do we love it? What makes it a little different from other areas?
Well, first and foremost, it's just I had a bunch of friends that grew up there, so a little bit nostalgic for me, but also just as far as neighborhood goes, super clean, super family friendly. There's retirees within there. It does have a golf course right there.
Definitely,
right? So,
it is right there. There are walking trails too, like larger sidewalks.
Yeah.
Walking trails throughout. The kids, the dogs, whoever. The homes tend to be a little bit larger, a little bit higher end. Price point wise, but like Ryan said, it's super clean, it's beautiful. Silver Oak Golf Course is one of our favorite courses, one of my favorite courses, at least. You speak for yourself.
I love the course as well. The first 9, basically you're sort of in the homes on any given home. You got some residential, you got some backyards, then you hit the back 9 and you're up in the hills, like right above the hospital where you come down into Carson. It's
beautiful, it's gorgeous. You're going up in the hills, I mean, you're coming down, and so it kind of has a little bit of everything there. And then the driving range too is fantastic. They've got a bunch of junkyard.
Yeah, it's old Cadillacs, right? So the Cadillacs are in the ground.
Yeah, sticking up.
With the tail ends basically, or the hoods sticking out. And those are sort of the markers that you're aiming for when you're just out hitting balls.
Which is
super
sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely. A little interesting, different from every other golf course in the area.
And Clubhouse has that old school vibe as well, right? They've got a bunch of, Bob's Big Boys Burgers or whatever it may be. They've just got a bunch of old memorabilia and stuff that they actually had an auction recently, but they have so much stuff in there that you can just go in there, get a bite to eat and look around.
And that's another one of the and they just remodeled that whole clubhouse too.
Yeah.
Just recently, it's within the last year, maybe 2 years. But what I love about that whole Silver Oak community, if you live on the course or right there, you have a golf cart, right? Throw the golf cart in the garage. You can jump on that golf cart, cruise to the clubhouse, whether you're golfing or not, just to take advantage of the food, the drinks, the entertainment, without ever having to jump into a vehicle So super inclusive,
Yeah.
a lot of fun. One of the main reasons why we have Silver Oak on the list.
Yeah, and then as Joe touched on before, bigger homes, larger lots traditionally. Most of them are built in the sort of mid to late 90s.
Yep.
For the main neighborhood. And then the reason we wanted to touch on this again, we mentioned we've shot a video with it mentioned before, is they've got a ton of new construction in there as well, right?
Yep.
And some of those have sold recently for actually sold, completely moved in around $900,000. Some of the ones that they have going up right now have the RV parking in the actual garage, that sort of
Definitely.
stuff, and are around 1 to 1.2 million, right?
Yeah,
So
a little bit higher end. And with that RV parking, exactly, I want to say they're 14-foot garage doors.
huge. Yeah, we got
However
B-roll of
deep-
that. You'll see.
Yeah, however deep they go. But it's great if that's the lifestyle. You're retired, not retired. You've got the RV, you've got the golf course, you've got Carson City, you've got the freaking. Look at this day, dude. It's gorgeous.
Yeah. And another thing we want to touch on up there, we got some B-roll of that as well. Western Nevada College is right up there. I've had a ton of friends that went there. My sister went there basically to get undergrad stuff out of the way before going to UNLV. I'm not a Rebel fan. Go Pack. But
Boo,
I do have
UNLV.
a ton of
Boo.
friends who went through the nursing program there, became CNAs or full-on nurses straight out of there. And so it's a super great spot.
program.
Yeah. So
Great program. And another kind of point of interest, Bully's Sports Bar.
yeah, so we've got 6 of those, I think, in Northern Nevada. So it's kind of a local sports bar chain.
Great spot.
There's one right down the road. I used to go there all the time, watch Cubs games with my dad and my uncle. They might throw a couple beers back. I was always drinking that Henry Weinhardt's orange cream soda.
And then Ryan's driving home at 8 years old. Ryan, grab the keys.
Yeah. So no, just a cool local spot that, yeah, when you go in there every time, everybody treats you right, and it's a fun spot. So
One thing, I'm not from the area. I have spent not a whole lot of time in Carson, obviously pretty familiar, just being in the real estate world, friends who live out here, whatnot. But driving throughout some of these homes, and you'll see the B-roll, 4-car garages, like 3-car garages are, it's standard. If we see a house with a 2-car garage, I'm like, did they have to, like custom design this 2-car garage? And there was even one that was like a 7-car garage. So
yeah, and that one was tucked away a little bit, but yeah, there's a good mix of not even really track homes, because they are kind of custom, and then all the way to super custom homes, right?
Yeah, exactly. And real estate wise, I think Ryan touched on it a little bit earlier. We've got some new construction. Who's the builder? Corcoran's the builder there. The Silver Oak community, you can just, if you Google Silver Oak, it's going to pop up. They've got 4 different floor plans that they've put now throughout the newer builds, if you will. Right? Starting at like the low 6s, and then easily going above that $1 million mark. There's very few lots left. They're almost finishing up right now, but there's also some older homes. And when I say older, what do we say? Late 90s?
Yeah, 95 up basically,
exactly.
Right? So
that are huge, again, with the 4-car garages that seem standard, 3,000 square foot, 5 bedrooms. So when we say family oriented, they're big homes for quite a few people. We also saw one house that looked like it homed 22
Joe kept saying
people.
I think it's assisted living, just because it had so many different rooms and corners off the edge and everything. It looked like it might have been 12 bedrooms. We might need to look that up after, actually.
Exactly. It was a great looking home, right? I mean, I'm jealous. It looked fantastic.
Let's just touch on location though real quick too.
And HOAs.
Yeah. So $200 quarterly, so about $50 a month.
Yeah.
That's going to be snow removal, just normal maintenance, stuff like that, right?
Yeah. Nothing major.
As I mentioned previously, I mean, this is the cleanest, nicest neighborhood in Carson, in my opinion. Where any given neighborhood you can drive through, and maybe the neighbor's got the truck out front he's been working on for, you don't see any of that
this one
at all.
And so the HOA, as far as it being minimal, I saw some homes were about $26 all the way up to that $50 mark. Again, not a lot of amenities, but you're going to get the parks, you're going to get the snow removal, any landscaping, or parks like we're at now, just in fantastic condition.
Everything's mowed. It looks clean. It looks nice, right?
And so if I'm joining personally an HOA at the minimal cost, like this is what I want.
Exactly.
Like, I want everything manicured and looking great, and this Silver Oak is exactly what it is.
Yeah. And so location wise though, we are northwest Carson.
Yep.
Just on the other side of where we're shooting right now. Really, we've got some more houses right here, and then behind that, I mean, this person's backyard, you're looking directly at the Sierras, right?
Exactly.
So
Great views.
Yeah. And we got a little snow recently too, which makes the Sierras look that much better.
So
even,
much
right?
better. It's beautiful. The
So,
snow-capped mountains.
Did want to touch on that though, as far as location wise. So it's as soon as you get into Carson from Reno, you come over that hill, you're almost making your first right basically into this neighborhood.
Exactly.
So,
Right behind the Carson Tahoe Medical Center.
Yeah, and so I know people who commute, right?
Yep.
So if you're working in Reno, you're right at the base of the hill here. Up top now with the new connector, 25 minutes to wherever you need to go in Reno.
Exactly. Talk to us about schools, Ryan. What do we?
The area Silver Oak is zoned for Fritch Elementary, which they have. This is all, I believe, off of HomeSnap is what we use for this one. I think they use greatschools.org.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but they have that as a 5 out of 10. Carson Middle School, there are only 2 middle schools. Carson is a 4 out of 10, and then the one high school, which we've touched on previously, is a 5 out of 10. Right middle of the road, obviously, right? Nothing to write home about, but I went there.
Yeah.
I went on to get a college education. Feel like I did okay.
Genius. So, he's looking great.
Yeah.
He's looking great. Well, Silver Oak, guys, there you have it. One of my favorites. We do have clients who moved into the area.
Yeah. Put a couple clients in there.
Exactly. They love it. And if you think it's right for you,
reach out, call us,
text, email, whatever you got to do. We're here.
Yeah, until the next one, we're going to do another Carson one for you as well and kind of keep this little train rolling. So stay tuned.
See you soon.